Buen día, ¿cómo estamos? Espero que todos estén muy bien. El día de hoy vamos a aprender un poco sobre el tema de los saludos, ¿ok? ¿Cómo saludar en español? Vamos a empezar desde lo más básico. So, today we are going to learn, or you are going to learn, how to greet people, how to say hello, how to say goodbye. So, you will be learning about greetings and farewells. So we're going to start from the beginning, from the basics. So how to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. So in Spanish, we first have in the morning, right? We say buenos días, buenos días. It's very simple because in Spanish, it's similar to English when we're talking about the morning, because we say buenos días from 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. when it is still dark, right? So we call this period of time madrugada, okay? Madrugada, yes, that's the word. That's how we call it. So from 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. So from 6 a.m., we can see the sun, el sol. And so from 6 to 12 p.m., 6 a.m. to 12 p.m., we say buenos días. But officially, when it is after 12 a.m., en la madrugada, we also say buenos días if we are, for some reason, meeting someone at that time, right? So then we say buenas tardes. ¿Cuándo decimos buenas tardes? Buenas tardes. It goes from 12 p.m. and to 6 p.m., right? That's the afternoon. We say buenas tardes. Just very simple. And when we use this greeting, buenas noches. Buenas noches, nosotros lo usamos from 6 p.m. to 12 a.m., right? So yes, because here, where at least in Peru, where I am from, the sunset began at 6 p.m. regularly. So from 6 p.m., it is getting darker and darker, right? So from 6 p.m. to 12 a.m., we say buenas noches. Okay? So now we have some formal greetings, right? Formal greetings. Formal greetings are the ones that we use when we are in a formal meeting, or if we send a formal email, for instance, or when we greet with older people, right? So we use these formal greetings. For example, we have buenos días, that is good morning, right? Tenemos buenas tardes, that is good afternoon. Tenemos buenas noches, que es good evening. There is an important point here. In Spanish, we use buenas noches. Either we enter in a meeting, for instance, we enter in a room, and so we say buenas noches. But also when we are leaving that meeting, for example, we also say buenas noches. We only have one word to meet and to greet and to say goodbye, right? We only use buenas noches. It's simpler than English in that aspect, right? So now another formal greetings. We have mucho gusto, that translates to English like nice to meet you. Es un placer conocerlo. It is a pleasure to meet you. ¿Cómo te encuentras? How are you? ¿Cómo está usted? ¿Cómo está usted? How are you? Right? Le saludo cordialmente. Okay, we can say le saludo cordialmente. Yes, we can use that expression. It's like, it's formal, right? Encantado de conocerte o encantado de saludarlo. It's like pleased to meet you or delight to meet you. Just a little bit exaggerated from my point of view, but it works. It works. If you're in a formal meeting, you can use it. So now we have some examples of informal greetings. Like for instance, hello, hello. Hello is like hola, is like hello, hi. We only have one word for that. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? It is how are you? You can use it both. Actually, you can use it both formal or informal. It's okay. Just a type of greeting that you can use in both situations. Like in next, we are going to talk about those kind of greetings that you can, and farewells that you can use either in a formal or informal situation. All right? ¿Cómo te va? That's how is it going? ¿Qué hubo? ¿Qué hubo? Yes, very informal. ¿Qué hubo? Hey, ¿qué hubo? Es como que, it's like say, what's up? Yes, what's up? That's the translation. ¿Todo bien? All good? Is everything good? Oye, oye. It's like to say, hey, hey. We also in Spanish we took this this word from English, from the English language. Hey, we also say hey. It's very normal. As I say, ¿qué pasa? ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué hubo? Es como decir, ¿qué pasa? It's like to say, what's up? It's pretty much the same. Or what's going on? ¿Qué cuentas? ¿Qué cuentas? Is to say like, what's new? What's new? ¿Qué cuentas? Hey, tú, ¿qué cuentas? Just informal, you can use it. This type of greetings, informal greetings, when you meet, your friends, or people from your age, right? Or informal situations, you can use these informal greetings, right? Now we have some farewells, formal farewells. Atentamente. Atentamente es como decir sincerely, right? Cordialmente, kind regards. Saludos cordiales, best regards. Muchas gracias por su tiempo. Thank you for your time. Quedo a su disposición. I remain at your disposal. It's very formal. Very formal, right? And so, work meetings, you can use it, right? Algunas despedidas informales. Okay, despedidas informales. In Spanish, we usually use this expression that comes from Italy. We say ciao, like ciao or ciao. It ends like in O or U. In Spanish, we say ciao or ciao. It's like to say bye, right? Adios. Adios is a very general farewell. It's to say just goodbye. Nos vemos. Es como decir see you later. Cuídate is like to say take care, right? Take care. Nos vemos prontos. Nos vemos pronto quiere decir see you soon, right? So those kinds of informal farewells, you can use it when you are with your friends and you need to leave. You can use this kind of informal farewells. So this is very important. Right now, we have these greetings and farewells that you can use it in any situation, right? Okay, now we are going to see some greetings and farewells that work in any situation, any kind of situation. For instance, hola, hola, tenemos qué tal, buen día, un gusto, ¿cómo estás? those are greetings, and some farewells that work in any situation. We can use fue un gusto, adiós, hasta luego, o hasta pronto. See you later, that means see you later, see you soon. And so we can mix those. We can say, hola, ¿qué tal? Bueno, say, hola, ¿qué tal? Hola, ¿qué tal? Un gusto. Hola, ¿qué tal? Buen día. Just you can use it in any kind of situation. Those greetings works very well for both situations, basically. So now we are going to see some examples. Una entrevista de trabajo, a job interview, just a very short one, so you can see how people use these greetings and farewells in these kinds of situations. Okay, so here we go. Entrevistador. So interviewer, he says, buenos días, gracias por venir. ¿Podría presentarse, por favor? As we can see, there is a guy, right, who is the interviewer, and there is a woman that is the interviewee. And so it begins, ¿no? El entrevistador, the interviewer, says, buenos días, gracias por venir. ¿Podría presentarse, por favor? Good morning, thank you for coming. Could you introduce yourself, please? La entrevistada o interviewee says, buenos días, gracias por la oportunidad. Mi nombre es Ana García y tengo formación en administración de empresas. So that in English would be, good morning, thank you for the opportunity. My name is Ana García and I have a background in business administration, which is cool. So el entrevistador, ¿por qué está interesada en este puesto? Why are you interested in this position? Interviewee, estoy interesada en este puesto porque me gustaría crecer profesionalmente y aportar a su empresa con mis habilidades y compromiso. English, I am very interested in this position because I would like to grow professionally and contribute to your company with my skills and commitment. So, entrevistador, ¿cuáles son sus principales fortalezas? What are your main strengths? Good question. La entrevistada, me considero una persona responsable, organizada y con facilidad para trabajar en equipo. So I consider myself responsible and organized person with the ability to work well in a team. That's good. Entrevistador, thank you. ¿Tiene alguna pregunta? Thank you. Gracias. Thank you. Do you have any questions? He is asking her. La entrevistada, sí, me gustaría saber más sobre el equipo de trabajo. Yes, I would like to know more about the work team. Entrevistador, claro, con gusto le explico, gracias por su tiempo. Of course, I'd be happy to explain. Thank you for your time. And then they say goodbye. Muchas gracias. Thank you very much. And that was a short example of how to use these greetings and farewells in a formal situation, right? Now we are going to another example, which is informal, right? Informal situations. How to introduce yourself in informal situation. Another example, there are two friends, they are meeting. It seems, es un encuentro entre dos amigos que no se ven hace mucho tiempo. Meeting between two friends who haven't seen each other in a long time. So the first guy says, hey, a los años, no puedo creer que seas tú. Hey, long time no see. I can't believe it's you. The other one says, qué alegría verte. ¿Cómo has estado? Hey, great to see you. Hey, how have you been? Right? And then she says, the first guy says, Bien, bien, ha pasado muchísimo tiempo. Tenemos que ponernos al día. That in English, hey, it's been so long. We need to catch up, right? That's a very short example of how to use some informal, it's pretty normal situation. And then we are going to see some examples about a meeting, but a very, very, very informal situation, like the way two people talk using maybe a little bit of slangs, un poquito de jergas. Slang in Spanish is jerga, right? So, for instance, ¿cómo presentarte informal? How to introduce yourself? But this is a very informal way to introduce yourself using some slangs, all right? So, first person says, hey, causa, ¿qué tal? Hey, causa, ¿qué tal? And the other one says, hey, pana, ¿qué tal? ¿Todo bien? Okay, to English will be something like, hey, bro, what's up? Hey, bro, what's up? And the other guy says, hey, man, what's up? Everything good? So, the person one says, yeah, todo genial, salvo este sol está que quema duro. Sun. So in English it will be something like, everything great except for this sun, it's burning like crazy. So it's like they're in a queue for some reason, right? Something like that. And so then the other guy says, cierto, cierto, y hay que esperar como 2 horas todavía para que nos den las licencias. 2 hours. So I said, right. So now, true. We still have to wait like 2 more hours for them to give us the license. So the other guy says, damn, so qué vaina. This is a very, very, using some slang that people usually use in Spanish, like, so qué vaina. Suerte que llevo gorra, al menos, gorra. So it's like, damn, that sucks. Damn, that sucks. Good thing I at least brought a cup, right? So finally, the other person says, cierto, ¿quién como tú? Right, lucky you. And so that was a short video where we haven't learned how to introduce ourselves in Spanish, in a formal, informal way. And so, yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. If you are finding this video useful, I invite you to subscribe to my channel and give me some thumbs up. Also, if you have any kind of requests or questions, you can write it down in the comments.